Hello and welcome to Learn Something New, the channel where we explore interesting topics and share useful information with you. I'm your host, and today we are going to talk about the job opportunities in Italy. If you have ever dreamed of living and working in this beautiful country, you might want to watch this video until the end, because we are going to tell you everything you need to know about the Italian job market, the average salaries, the visa requirements, and the best tips to find a job in Italy. So, let's get started. Italy is a country that has a lot to offer: a rich culture, a delicious cuisine, a sunny climate, and stunning landscapes. It's also the world's 10th biggest economy and has a diverse range of industries such as tourism, fashion, vehicle manufacturing, and pharmaceuticals. However, it also faces some challenges, such as a high unemployment rate, a contrast between the more developed north and the less developed south, and a high competition for jobs among locals and foreigners. So, what are the chances of finding a job in Italy as an expat? Well, that depends on various factors, such as your skills, qualifications, experience, language ability, and the sector you want to work in. According to LinkedIn, the most in-demand jobs and skills in Italy in 2022 are mainly related to technology, such as robotics, machine learning, cloud computing, data engineering, etc. However, there are also opportunities in other fields, such as human resources, finance, customer service, etc. The average salary in Italy is around 30,000 euros per year, or about 2,500 euros per month. However, salaries vary depending on region, gender, and other factors. Men tend to earn more than women, and northern regions tend to pay more than southern regions. The average salary also depends on the industry or sector you work in. Some jobs tend to pay more than average. To work in Italy, you will need to have a good command of Italian, unless you work in tourism or teaching English. You will also need to have a valid work visa and permit if you are from outside the EU/EFTA region. You will need to have a job offer from an Italian employer who will sponsor your application. You can find job vacancies on online platforms such as LinkedIn or the local jobs, or through personal contacts and networking. You can also consult the official website of the Italian Ministry of Foreign Affairs for more information on working in Italy. So far so good. I hope you're enjoying this video and learning something new. If you are, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. And don't forget to hit the bell icon so you don't miss any of our updates. Now that we have covered the basics of the job opportunities in Italy, let's talk about some tips and tricks to help you land your dream job in this country. Here are some things you should do before and during your job search. Do your research. Before applying for any job in Italy, make sure you do some research on the company, the industry, the culture, and the expectations. You can use online resources such as Glassdoor or Indeed to find out more about the employer's reputation, salary range, benefits package, work environment, etc. You can also use social media platforms such as Facebook or LinkedIn to connect with current or former employees and ask them questions about their experience working there. Update your CV and cover letter. Your CV and cover letter are your first impression on the employer. Make sure they are clear, concise, professional, and tailored to the specific job you're applying for. Highlight your relevant skills, achievements, and qualifications that match the job description. Use keywords that reflect the industry or sector you're interested in. Avoid any spelling or grammar mistakes. And most importantly, write them in Italian. Unless the job ad specifies otherwise or you're applying for an English-speaking position. Prepare for the interview. if you get invited for an interview in Italy, which could be online or face-to-face, make sure you prepare well for it. Research common interview questions and practice your answers beforehand. Dress appropriately for the occasion, usually formal or business casual. Be punctual, or even early, for your appointment. Be polite and respectful with everyone you meet, including receptionists or assistants. Greet your interviewer with a handshake or an elbow bump if COVID-19 restrictions apply, and address them by their title, such as Signor Signora, followed by their surname, unless they tell you otherwise. Show enthusiasm and interest in the job and the company. Ask relevant questions at the end of the interview. And don't forget to send a thank you email afterwards. Follow up after applying for a job or having an interview in Italy. What are visas in Italy? What type of visa does one need to work there? Visas in Italy are official permits that allow foreigners to enter and stay in Italy for a certain period of time and for a specific purpose. The type of visa you need depends on your nationality, the length, and the reason of your stay. If you are from a Schengen area country or a visa-exempt country, you do not need a visa for tourism up to 90 days, but you will need to register online for a travel authorization, ETIAS, by November of 2023. If you are from a third world country that requires a visa, you will need to apply for a Schengen tourist visa or a national visa at the nearest Italian embassy or consulate, with a completed application form and other required documents. A Schengen tourist visa is valid for up to 90 days within any 180-day period and allows you to travel within the Schengen area, which includes Italy, San Marino and the Vatican City. A national visa is valid for more than 90 days and allows you to stay in Italy only. You can find out if you need a visa for Italy by answering 4 questions on this website. If you want to work in Italy, you will need a work visa, which is a type of national visa. You will also need a work permit, which is issued by the Italian immigration authorities before you apply for the visa. To get a work permit, you will need to have a job offer from an Italian employer who will sponsor your application. There are different types of work visas and permits depending on the category of workers, such as employees, self-employed, seasonal workers, researchers, etc. You can find more information about work visas and permits for Italy on this website. What is the cost of a work visa? The cost of a work visa for Italy depends on the type and duration of the visa you apply for. According to the official website of the Italian Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the general fee for a national visa, D, is €116. This applies to most categories of workers, such as employees, self-employed, seasonal workers, researchers, etc. However, some categories of workers may pay a lower fee, such as students, postgraduates, exchange and mobility program participants, etc. who pay €502. You must pay the fee in the currency of the country where you apply for the visa. In addition to the visa fee, you may also have to pay other costs after you enter Italy and apply for a residence permit, permesso di soggiorno. These costs vary depending on the type of residence permit, the local post office or questura where you apply, and your specific circumstances. Some of the costs are: residence permits cost, 3 to 12 month stays €40. Residence permits cost, 12 to 24 month stays €50. Residence permits cost, long-term €100. Administrative costs for the sending of the postal kit, approx €30. Tax stamp, €16. Issuance cost, €30.463. Transfer from Schengen visa to work visa Italy. If you have a Schengen visa for Italy, you cannot transfer it to a work visa. A Schengen visa is only valid for short stays of up to 90 days within any 180-day period and for specific purposes, such as tourism, business, research, etc. It does not allow you to work in Italy. If you want to work in Italy, you will need a work visa, which is a type of national visa, D. You will also need a work permit, which is issued by the Italian immigration authorities before you apply for the visa. To get a work permit, you will need to have a job offer from an Italian employer who will sponsor your application. There are different types of work visas and permits depending on the category of workers, such as employees, self-employed, seasonal workers, researchers, etc. You will have to apply for a work visa at the Italian embassy or consulate in your country of origin or residence before you enter Italy. You cannot apply for a work visa while you are in Italy with a Schengen visa. You will have to present a valid passport, a completed application form, a proposal for a residence contract from your employer, and other required documents. You will also have to pay a visa fee of €1,163. After you enter Italy with a work visa, you will have to apply for a residence permit, permesso di soggiorno, at the one-stop shop for immigration in the prefettura of the competent province within 8 days of your arrival. You will have to sign a contract of residence and pay additional costs for the residence permit. What is the average salary in Italy? The average salary in Italy is around €30,000 per year, or about €2,500 per month. This is based on 1,508 salary surveys. However, salaries vary depending on region, gender, and other factors. Men tend to earn more than women, and northern regions tend to pay more than southern regions. According to Statista, the average annual wage in Italy was €29,694 in 2021, down from €29,884 in 2019. However, this number includes various benefits, such as housing stipends, travel expenses, vacation allowance, etc. The average gross salary for Italy shows a more realistic number around €29,700 or €2,475 a month. The average salary in Italy also depends on the industry or sector you work in. According to LinkedIn, the most in-demand jobs and skills in Italy in 2022 are mainly related to technology, such as robotics, machine learning, cloud computing, data engineering, etc. These jobs tend to pay more than average. However, there are also opportunities in other fields, such as human resources, finance, customer service, etc. To find out more about the average salaries in Italy by city, region, or profession, you can use online platforms such as Salary Explorer or Average Salary Survey. You can also consult the official website of the Italian Ministry of Foreign Affairs for more information on working in Italy. Don't just sit back and wait for a response. Follow up with the employer within a week or two to show your interest and remind them of your qualifications. You can send a polite email or make a phone call to ask about the status of your application or the next steps in the hiring process. However, don't be too pushy or impatient, as this could annoy the employer and hurt your chances. Be respectful and professional at all times. And that's it for today's video on the job opportunities in Italy. I hope you found it useful and informative. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below and I will try to answer them as soon as possible. And if you have any suggestions for future topics you'd like us to cover, please let us know as well. Thank you for watching and see you next time on Learn Something New. Ciao!